Hello, my best students. What if I told you that one man, sitting in a garage, built a company that now delivers to your door, runs the internet, powers your smart home, and even wants to deliver your medicine? This isn't science fiction. This is the story of Amazon. From selling books online to becoming one of the most powerful tech companies in the world. Today, you're not just listening to English. You're stepping into a real journey, a business story full of vision, risk, and obsession with speed. So stay with me till the end, because this episode could teach you more than just vocabulary. It could change the way you think. This is Native Flow, where English meets ambition. Let's begin. Part 1. The online bookstore that wouldn't stop. In the mid-1990s, the internet was still new. Most people didn't shop online. In fact, many didn't even own a computer. But one man saw the future coming fast. His name was Jeff Bezos. At the time, he worked on Wall Street. He had a good job, a high salary, and a stable life. But Jeff had something more powerful than comfort. He had a vision. He read a report that said internet use was growing at 2,300% per year. That number shocked him. He thought, if the internet is growing this fast, we have to build something on it. Now. So in 1994, Jeff Bezos made a bold decision. He quit his job, packed his car, and drove across the U.S. to Seattle. During the trip, he wrote a business plan. He wanted to create an online store. But not just any store. He asked a simple question. What's the best thing to sell online? First. After lots of research, he found the answer. Books. Books were perfect for the internet. They were easy to ship. There were millions of titles, and no physical bookstore could stock them all. So he named the company Amazon, like the biggest river in the world, because he wanted to build the biggest store in the world. He started small, in his garage, with just a few employees and a lot of boxes. Jeff launched Amazon.com in 1995. At first, it was only a bookstore. You typed in what you wanted, clicked Buy Now, and the book arrived at your door. It was simple and revolutionary. Customers loved it. Orders grew fast. In just a few weeks, Amazon was selling books in all 50 U.S. states and over 40 countries. Bezos worked day and night. He packed boxes, answered customer emails, and even built desks using doors as tabletops. He wasn't trying to be fancy. He was trying to build something big. By 1997, Amazon went public, meaning people could buy stock in the company. But Jeff Bezos made one thing clear to investors. He said, "We will focus on long-term growth, not short-term profits." That was unusual. Most companies cared about quick success. Bezos cared about the future. And in the next part, you'll see how Amazon grew from books to everything. Part 2. From books to everything. After going public in 1997, Amazon had more money, more customers, and more pressure. But Jeff Bezos stayed calm. He still believed in his long-term plan. He didn't just want to sell books. He wanted Amazon to become the most customer-focused company in the world. That meant fast delivery, great prices, and easy returns. His next move? Add more products. Amazon expanded from books to CDs and DVDs, then toys, electronics, and video games. By the early 2000s, Amazon had become an online marketplace. It wasn't just Amazon selling things anymore. They let other businesses sell on the site too. Small shops, big brands, even individuals. Amazon would handle the website, and in many cases, they'd ship the product too. This was the start of something huge. In 2005, Amazon launched a new program, Amazon Prime. For a small yearly fee, members got free 2-day shipping. That changed everything. People started shopping online more often. They didn't have to wait a week for delivery. It was fast, easy, and addictive. Amazon Prime later added music, movies, and TV shows. It wasn't just a shipping plan anymore. It became a membership lifestyle. Meanwhile, Amazon was also working behind the scenes. They built massive fulfillment centers, huge warehouses filled with robots and workers, where products were packed and shipped at record speed. Jeff Bezos was obsessed with efficiency. He once said, "Your margin is my opportunity." That meant, if other companies were slow or expensive, Amazon would do it faster and cheaper. Soon, Amazon started creating its own products. Kindle, the e-reader that changed how people read books. Fire TV for streaming shows and movies. And later, Alexa, the smart speaker that listened to your voice. Amazon was no longer just an online store. It was becoming a tech company. In fact, in 2006, Amazon quietly launched a service that would change the internet. It was called Amazon Web Services, or AWS. It allowed other companies to rent cloud space and computing power. Today, AWS powers companies like Netflix, Airbnb, and even government websites. Most people don't know it, but a huge part of the internet runs on Amazon's cloud. By 2010, Amazon was everywhere. You could order books, batteries, clothes, food, and even furniture. And it would arrive in a smiling box, sometimes the same day. Customers loved it, but some people began to ask hard questions. How did Amazon treat its workers? Were small businesses suffering? Was Amazon becoming too big? In the next part, we'll explore those challenges and how Amazon started changing the world in both good and complicated ways. Part 3. Big Power, Big Questions. By the mid-2010s, Amazon had become a giant. It was no longer just a bookstore or just an online shop. It was a company that touched every part of daily life. You could order food, stream movies, ask Alexa for the weather, and run your entire business using Amazon's cloud. Jeff Bezos had built something huge, but with great power came big questions. Let's start with the praise. Customers around the world loved Amazon. You could shop from your couch, get your items the same day, return them with almost no questions asked. The prices were low, the choices were endless, and everything was so fast. It felt like magic. But behind that magic was a very complex machine. Amazon's warehouses, called fulfillment centers, were growing fast. They had thousands of workers and rows of robots. Every second mattered. A worker might have 10 seconds to pick an item, scan it, and move on to the next. There were long hours, fast walking, and strict rules. Some workers said the pace was too much. They felt like they were part of a machine. Others said Amazon gave them good jobs, with steady pay, health insurance, and chances to grow. It was a debate that continued for years. Meanwhile, small businesses were facing their own challenges. Many local stores couldn't compete with Amazon's prices and delivery speed. Bookstores, electronics shops, toy stores. They began to close in many cities and towns. People loved shopping online, but the question was, at what cost? Amazon also started to dominate online search. When people wanted to buy something, they didn't go to Google. They went straight to Amazon.com. That made Amazon both the store and the search engine. Some sellers said Amazon was too powerful. They had to pay high fees and follow strict rules, or risk getting removed from the platform. At the same time, Amazon was collecting massive amounts of data. They knew what you searched for, what you bought, and how often you returned things. This helped improve the customer experience, but also raised privacy concerns. Jeff Bezos continued to defend the company. He said, "Our goal is to be Earth's most customer-centric company." And many people still believed in Amazon's mission. But the pressure kept growing. By 2020, Amazon had become even more important. The world was facing a global pandemic. People stayed home and relied on online shopping more than ever. Amazon became a lifeline, but it also raised more questions. Were warehouse workers safe? Did Amazon pay enough taxes? Should one company have this much control? In the next part, we'll look at Amazon's present and future, and what happened when Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO. Part 4. A new chapter without Bezos. By 2021, Amazon had grown into one of the most powerful companies in the world. It had over 1 million employees, over 200 million Prime members, and billions of dollars in revenue every month. But something unexpected happened. In February 2021, Jeff Bezos announced that he would step down as CEO. After more than 25 years leading Amazon, he was ready for a new chapter. He said, "I want to focus on other things I'm passionate about, like space, climate, and my personal projects." Bezos didn't leave the company completely. He became executive chairman, still part of the big decisions, but no longer in charge of daily operations. His replacement? A quiet but powerful leader named Andy Jassy. Andy had been with Amazon since the early days. He had built Amazon Web Services, the cloud business that made Amazon billions. Now, he became the CEO of the whole company. The world watched closely. Would Amazon slow down? Would it change? Under Andy Jassy, Amazon stayed strong. It kept building new warehouses, expanding to new countries, and investing in more technology. Amazon began focusing more on automation. In some warehouses, robots moved shelves, and computers decided the fastest way to ship your order. The company also worked on artificial intelligence, to make Alexa smarter, to suggest better products, and to personalize each customer's experience. But Amazon also faced new challenges. Governments around the world started investigating Amazon. They asked, "Is Amazon too powerful? Is it fair to small sellers? Is it paying enough in taxes?" In the United States, the Federal Trade Commission began looking at how Amazon treats its competitors and partners. In Europe, Amazon faced fines for how it used customer data. At the same time, workers began organizing. Some wanted to form unions, groups that protect worker rights. In 2022, a warehouse in New York became the first Amazon facility to vote for a union. This was a historic moment. It showed that workers wanted more say, more protection, and more respect. Amazon responded carefully. It said it supported employee rights, but also defended its working conditions. The world was changing fast, and Amazon had to adapt. Still, the company remained incredibly successful. It continued to dominate online shopping. Its cloud business kept growing, and Alexa became part of daily life for millions of homes. Amazon also began investing in new industries. Healthcare, with Amazon Pharmacy and telehealth. Grocery stores, with Amazon Fresh and the purchase of Whole Foods. And even self-driving delivery robots and drones. Amazon wanted to do more than just ship packages. It wanted to shape the future of how we live. In the next and final part, we'll explore where Amazon might go next and how its story is far from over. Part 5. The future of everything. Amazon started with one product, a simple online bookstore, built in a small garage with big dreams. Today, it touches almost every part of our lives. We shop on Amazon, we stream on Prime Video, we ask Alexa for help, and many websites run on Amazon's cloud servers. But what's next? Let's look at the future. Amazon is investing in automation and AI. In warehouses, more robots are coming. They move shelves, scan items, and pack boxes faster than any human. In homes, Alexa keeps getting smarter. She can turn off lights, set alarms, order pizza, or play your favorite podcast. And with AI tools, Amazon is now improving product search, recommendations, and even delivery routes. Next, there's Amazon's delivery network. The company is working on drones, flying machines that can deliver small packages to your house in under 30 minutes. In some areas, Amazon is already testing self-driving delivery vans. No driver, no steering wheel, just software and sensors. Amazon is also moving into healthcare. They offer online doctor visits, prescription deliveries, and are testing wearable devices to monitor health. Some experts say Amazon might one day become your personal health assistant. Then there's grocery shopping. With Amazon Fresh and Whole Foods, they're changing how we buy food. In some Amazon stores, there are no cashiers. You walk in, take what you need, and walk out. Cameras and sensors do the rest. The bill appears in your app, fast, contactless, and high-tech. Amazon is also investing in climate solutions. They promise to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2040. They're switching to electric delivery vans and working on more eco-friendly packaging. But even with all this growth, the company still faces big questions. Will it treat workers fairly? Will it protect customer data? And will it stay focused on people, not just profits? One thing is certain. Amazon is no longer just an online store. It's a platform, a delivery machine, a cloud service, a technology lab, and a major part of daily life for millions. And all of it began with one bold decision. A man quit his job, followed an idea, and stayed focused on the long game. Jeff Bezos once said, "If you don't want to be criticized, for goodness sake, don't do anything new." And Amazon? It did something very new, and it's still writing its story. Every single day, one garage. One man, one online bookstore, and today, a company that powers your shopping, your movies, your data, your life. Amazon isn't just about convenience, it's about thinking long term, taking risks, and staying obsessed with the customer. And you? You just spent 30 minutes growing your English and your mindset, one word at a time. This is Native Flow, where real stories fuel your progress. Subscribe if you're ready to keep learning. And if you loved this episode, share it with someone who dreams big like you. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, keep growing with Native Flow.